EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. He's taken down at the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Henry Ruggs.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, Celtic Tigers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In a play like that, with how far shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Jacobs.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Well,
throw out to his fullback is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Bridgewater. And boy, that one drops in. Sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Bridgewater now. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
These two teams all tied after one. Jacobs now. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. They run it with Jacobs. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 17, Bridgewater. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Brings up 2nd.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they'll run it here. Well, he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 11 yards there, first down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
The pass.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Flushed in. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Matt Nagy willing to settle for 3. And the ball's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Washington.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
He'll let this go deep for...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Henry Ruggs.
Touchdown.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And Washington has taken the lead.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half.
I think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the second against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. No timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sterling Hawk-Richter.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there. First down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. That's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater looking middle, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bridgewater. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A gain of
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. From the gun, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Washington.
They'll run on first down.
Jacobs.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up
well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
For it with Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They will run the draw with Jacobs.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
Now throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong.
You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 40.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. Second down coming up.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. Kyle Duggar on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And 5.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.